Happy New Year, everyone. Thought I'd do a layout update since it's been a year since I did my last one. A few of the projects been working on. 1802 I got off an eBay score, which is pretty good. 3109's been a ground up paint and build and detail and all that stuff, waiting for decoders. 201 is just one I finished finishing today. Again, waiting for decoders. Was able to pick myself up a new workbench, so which is nice. Lots of drawers, lots of space, and organized a little bit. So who cares about the workbench, right? Let's go to layout. So if those of you who know my layout, Hearst is here, the Helix is over here, Algoma Ore Properties at Wawa is up here. So really haven't done anything on the north end of the line. I've been doing lots from Hawk Junction to Franz, north of Franz, and then from Wawa all the way up to the Magpie River, sorry. So let's start at Hawk Junction. Engine yard's full. Since probably some of you on Facebook have followed me, I've picked up a fleet of Jeep 38s Atlas, really nice engines, but they were bone stock other than the paint. So they were about 10 hours into each one, and 201 on the workbench you've just seen was the last one that I finished. So I did all of them, 200 to 205. In between there, I fit in a couple of CN rebuilt Jeep 7s, 157, 160, 170 is over here. Been good. I'll have lockdown decoders, and then I've also been working on a few oddball things here and there. Added some of these Trueline trains, 70-ton hoppers. They're the Ontario Northland ones that the ACR bought. Most of the photos I found, they look pretty beat, so I've beat them up pretty good as well. Operations, had quite a few operation sessions over the year. Layout's been working good, a few tweaks here and there. Did some research, and seems to be that there was a tie treatment plant at Hawk Junction, so I thought I just had a bunch of maintenance away stuff parked in here. So I thought, how cool would it be to bring in treated ties and raw ties and have everything kind of as they had it in Hawk Junction in the 80s, and the green ties are the green treated coated stuff that they put on there, and then the raw ties in the background. So the ACR used hardwood ties on a lot of the straight sections, creosote ties in different areas, and then a mix of the treated green ties as well. So most of the scenery is all the same down here. I have been adding details as we go, adding switch stands, weathering the track a little bit more. Did add scenery along the back here. Worked on this beaver pond over here just north of Hawk Junction. Did a bunch of trees in here. Did start working on Franz. I have to do a photo or some sort of backdrop where the Canadian Pacific main line crosses at Franz. Good thanks to David Bedard, who instrumentally built this station and the Oba station. So moving north, again, that's the CP transfer tracks from ACR to CP. A little bit more in here. Been adding power poles, switch stands. Have to do a little bit around the house, the section house. It's not quite prototypical, but it's pretty darn close. And then the freight cars in the background are all the CP interchange related cars. I did paint the backdrop myself in the back. And this is new within the last 2 months, north of Franz. So that's all the cars coming and going off the CP, because I didn't have room to model the actual CP line where the ACR did interchange the cars, but I managed to work it into the operations. So again, the rock work, some of you asked me about my rock work. It's actually real rock that I put on there. You can't beat the real stuff. So again, coming north of Franz on the lower level, going to be a lake in here, a couple of camps, and blend in with some nice big tall birch trees in the back, kind of a canopy around the camps, some grass, that sort of thing. Be a flag stop for the number 1 and number 2. Heading to Oba. I did change out Oba last year, so some big changes here. So the CN main line follows this way, and then the ACR main line. So this is the east-west main line on the CN, and that's the ACR. So a lot of traffic comes and goes out of Oba. Friend of mine, Paul Nichols, we kind of had an op session, and I said, hey, I think we should do Oba. So we did it. I did it. So lots of traffic comes and goes out of here. It's pretty cool. You can spend quite a bit of time switching out cars coming and going off the CN to various points, north, south, east, and west, and all over. Another station that Dave built. Beautiful work. The man is just a wizard with scratch building stuff, and I'm proud to have this on my layout, let's say that. Changed the pulp log loading spur over there. It wasn't quite prototypical, but it's a condensed version of Oba. So the rest of the layout, those you've seen, are pretty much the same, really not much different. So we'll skip back to the upper level and where I've been doing scenery. I'm going to be starting up in here soon. Going to be a big mountain with rock cuts and trees going to go above the backdrop, and it's going to be, it's a little intimidating to build, but it should be cool. It'll be quite a focal point on the model here. So heading east towards Wawa on the Michipicoten branch. A lot of these trees I've made myself, thanks to Justin for his tips on making trees, pine trees. So again, this is the branch line that runs to the shore of Lake Superior, and that's where a lot of the raw ore was loaded onto the lake boats. Magpie River. Those of you who've been following along, I haven't touched too much on the upper level, but lots of scenery done. Anyways, I'm just about to start doing some more scenery. I've been keeping to the motto at 10 feet at a time. This way I don't get too overwhelmed with trying to do too much all at once and never end up finishing anything. There's the cops got the bandit pulled over. Poor bandit. I don't know what this guy's doing. Must be quitting time. So again, this is at Wawa. There was a fuel dealer there. I'm not sure how it was rail served or how long it was rail served, but I did add it in here. So a local could switch it, and then the runaround tracks coming into Algoma ore division, where the raw ore was sent and unloaded, and the sintered ore was reloaded and brought back to Sault Ste. Marie, south out of Hawk Junction. Some of these trays I picked up at a local plastic dealer. I can put the cards in there and sort them while I'm doing yard work. I have yard work cards, car cards that are selected for each one of the cars. Really big thanks to Chris Vanderheide for his research on the Algoma Central and where all the cars come and go from. It's helped me out huge for operations. And again, that's made a big difference in how this railroad operates and how it relates to the real Algoma Central. A few maintenance away cars that are new. Scratch built by Jason Baxter, very awesome, appreciate it. And some of these CP maintenance away cars were built by David Bedard. Again, awesome. Can't thank him enough for the work that he does. Really not a whole lot. I've been doing a few of these maintenance away OCS boxcars. I did that one myself. Jason Baxter did that one. So yeah, what a great hobby. Everybody's helping each other out, and man, you can't go wrong. So other than that, that's about it that's new. I need to finish down this end. I'm going to do a backdrop that wraps around the staging yard, and then finish off and ballast this end. And again, it's a bit of an intimidating project. I've been putting it off. I do need to pitter patter, get at her, and finish it off a little bit and blend it into the helix and such, and make it look like this is the kind of the north end or south end of Hawk Junction yard, when it's really just a staging yard. So one of the mistakes I did make when I was building this layout was to not add a under the layout staging, and hindsight I should have. Lots of guys have been talking about helping me out, put a staging yard underneath this side of the layout, just enough tracks and go along the length of the wall. It's about would give me about 30 feet of tracks, maybe make them 4 or 5 wide. It's a big project, and maybe I will, maybe I won't. But right now I've just been working on the scenery, working on the layout, tweaking things here and there, lots of operation tweaks, and getting things to the point where it's enjoyable to run, and it's easy to run, easy to figure out, and fun, of course. So again, we're back at Hearst, not too much new, and I haven't done any scenery at this end of the yard, layout, sorry, other than just a few tweaks here and there, because again, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. So that's it. Happy New Year. Promise I will do more updates as I get done, maybe one a month, and go from there. Happy New Year. Thanks, guys.